Hey guys, Notorious here, and welcome back to another Fallout 76 weapons guide. Today, we're going to be going over the combat knife. So, combat knife is a decent little thing. It's not going to be putting out a fuck ton of damage, but it's going to do what it can. It doesn't have too many modifications, but it is a really fast and pretty good starter weapon, especially if you're just starting out in the game and you're trying to make a melee weapon build. So, do understand that I do not have any specials going into my melee weapon, and I do not know if the damage changes through different people. I do know it changes with different level, but I would not know all the different damage unless I would craft every different type or had every different level. But we're just gonna stay with 50. So you can get the highest level this thing will be crafted at or found is 50, with its 53 damage. It's fast and it's only one weight. Now, I'm going to elaborate a little bit on the damage and then its stats. So I do know, or from what I've recently learned, what I should be saying, is for how many strength specials you have, you get a 1% damage boost towards melee weapons. So if you have 15 strength, you get a 15% damage boost towards your melee weapons. Okay, secondly, this weapon has a 100% chance to critical. Its sound is silent, it will not stagger, and its attack speed in numbers is 0.79. So I will show you real quick how fast this thing moves. Psha! Pretty fucking fast. It's pretty freaking great. Now, for its modifications, it only has 2 of them. Come on. Why does it take you so long just to enter this thing? So, the combat knife, you get 2 modifications. It is the serrated blade and the stealth blade. Serrated just brings us up to 7 points and increases the weight by 0.1. And the stealth blade doesn't increase its damage at all, but all it does is it increases the damage to your sneak attacks and targets who bleed. I forgot to say that the serrated blade also makes people bleed and it just increases your damage. But, that's about it. So this is really good for sneak attack if you're using a sneak build. It's good for smaller things, nothing like really... Like, don't try and fight super mutants with this thing or robots. It's probably not going to work really well. So I wouldn't do that if I were you. Okay. Now, for the mods. So since the combat knife is a one-hand weapon, which I forgot to mention, well, we're going to that in a sec. But to craft this thing at max, and of course to put mods on it, you're going to need your makeshift warrior, which just makes it so then your melee weapons break down 80% slower, and you can craft tier 5 melee weapons. But as I was going to say, since it's a one-handed melee weapon, you're going to need, there it is, Gladiator. So, Gladiator is just like the Slugger perk, except it's for one-handed weapons. It just increases your melee weapon damage by a maximum of 20. I'm pretty sure it used to be 30 when I first started. It used to be 10, 20, 30, but things change. Oh boy, now here comes the dogs. So yeah, there's 3 of these perks. There's Gladiator, Expert Gladiator, and Master Gladiator, which will bring your weapon damage up to a whopping 60% instead of 90, We're too overpowered, I guess. But, there's that. The only problem is that these perks take up 3 slots. I kind of wish they combined it all into one, and it would be better, but, we don't have that luxury, so just be wary of that. The other good mods to have on is I've already said this word like 5 times, how come I still don't know it? Inserter, are we inserting things? Is that what it is? Whatever, we're going with this one. So your melee and your unarmed weapons, ignore 25% target's armor. At max, it ignores 25%, so this is really good for slicing through those guys' armor. I use that perk all the time when I had a melee build. And of course, Martial Artist. Now this just reduces the weapon's weight by 20% and you swing 10% faster. At max it just minus it by 60% weight and it swings 30% faster. So a fast weapon just becomes a very fast, and if it's like a slow weapon it becomes a medium, and a medium becomes a fast. And then with the weight, this thing will go from weighing 1 to probably 0.1 or 0.45% or weight. So really, you're not really going to be having a lot. Okay, now for in here. So you're going to want to use, come on. Oh, there it is. Ninja! So I'm not entirely sure exactly how the system works, but this is what I can explain to you. So normal sneak I think has either a 1 point or 1.5 times damage boost. Ninja brings it up to 2.3x. Oh, so that's times. So 2.3 times normal damage and then up to 3%. But I don't know if it stacks with normal sneak, so that would bring it up to 4 or even 5. So I'm not 100% sure, but don't quote me on anything. I'm just here. And I think that's about it when it comes to your melee weapons. Yeah. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this combat knife weapon guide. Please sub to the channel and follow up with what I'm doing. It really helps out me, helps out the channel, and things like that. Please go ahead and look at all my social medias down in the links below. I got Instagram, I've got TikToks, I have a website if you guys want to go check that out. I have regular updates on all of them. So yeah, thank you guys. My name's Zatorius, and you guys have a wonderful